What's up, guys? So today's Tuesday and it is a free topic week, and my room is not a different color. I didn't get around to that this weekend and I'm not feeling very creative, so I put a few topics in a Ninja Turtle hat and I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna talk about it. So, that's a scribble. Don't know why I put that in there. This week's topic for me is, can you see that? Coming out. That is backwards. I don't even care. So, coming out. How I came out, some tips, and things of that nature. I'm pretty sure coming out was a topic that was done. But it was a topic that was done before I came on the channel. So, my coming out story, some tips on how to come out, and when it is appropriate to come out. Well, I came out over a year ago, I think. Around a year ago. No, that's a lie. I came out to my parents sometime in 2012, I think. I think it was in 2012. And the way I came out to my dad was, I had actually just came out to one of my friends that day and took her home, and on the way back, we were talking, and I just said, "Dad, I have something I need to tell you." And he goes, "Okay, what is it?" And I was like, "Before you ask, no, I'm not pregnant, not addicted to meth." And he goes, "I have a guess." And I kind of thought, oh my god, what is this guess gonna be? And he said, "Well, I know you're not pregnant, and you already came out as gay, so does this have something to do with surgery?" I was like, "Yeah, in a way it does." And he goes, "I saw that coming." So coming out to my dad was pretty easy, and I didn't really have any problems. He didn't understand at first. He didn't want me transitioning in high school. He didn't want me to start hormones or start thinking about surgery. He wanted me to wait for all that. But he warmed up to the idea, obviously, being that I've been on hormones for almost 5 months now. And we are talking about getting me surgery, which I will talk about in a different video or on my personal channel. I'll talk about that at some point. So that was pretty easy. And then I came out publicly on Facebook by posting a photo and explaining, and I got a lot of support. I was actually really surprised at how much support I got. I didn't really have any problems coming out. The only problems that I did have was with some of the family members that I have, who told me, "You'll never be a man. This family never thinks you're going to be a guy. You'll always be a girl. You can deal with that. You need to learn to deal with that." But my other family, who was supportive, they definitely stood up for me, and it was nice. Some tips that I would have for anybody who does want to come out is probably make sure you do your research, make sure you're sure, because that's a big thing to say, and it's a big thing to tell people, because, I mean, coming out as gay is one thing, and then coming out as transgender is a completely different ballpark. It is completely different, and so people might react different, but I would say come out to your parents as soon as you can, and try and explain things to them, sit them down, or even do it publicly. Like, do it in a public situation if you think they might freak out, because most parents will not throw a fit if you're in public for their own ego and things of that nature. So publicly come out to your parents if you feel that necessary, or just sit them down and talk to them if you think that they're going to be supportive. If you want to come out publicly, Facebook is a good way to do it. It doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me. And a good way to deal with hate when you come out is you just have to prepare yourself for it. You have to realize that there are going to be people who will not agree with what you're doing, and they will not agree with you making yourself happy, and they will not like it. And you just have to be prepared to deal with all those ignorant people and brush them off as well as you can. So my advice to that kind of goes in some advice that I gave in a previous video, that you just need to try and brush it off, because you're doing this for you, not for anybody else. And anybody that doesn't support you, don't even bother talking to them. Even if it's your family, you can choose your family, regardless of what they say. Blood is not always thicker than water. So, to wrap it all up, I had a pretty easy time coming out, and I had a lot of support, and I'm very grateful for how much support I have gotten from everybody involved in my life, and how accepting they've been, and how helpful they have been with my transition. And you should definitely come out when you feel that you're ready. There's no appropriate time to come out. People come out at different ages, at different times, to different people. I think the first person I came out to was my girlfriend at the time, who ended up leaving me and came out as a lesbian and then is now dating a guy. But that's a story for a different time. So, just do what you find best and be prepared for the people that aren't gonna like it, because even though we're in 2014, there will still be people who will not like it, and you're just gonna have to be prepared to deal with it. Another good tip? Don't date llamas. Just don't. They don't like relationship with humans. And some of them are sassy. No, that's alpacas. Alpacas are sassy. They don't like being touched. Tried to pet one once, didn't work. It refused. That had nothing to do with anything. So I'm gonna sign out. I will see you guys next week. I apologize if this wasn't very entertaining, but hopefully it was beneficial. And good luck coming out to anybody that hasn't come out. Please share your coming out stories with us. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out my personal YouTube that I will eventually post to. Catch you guys next Tuesday, and hopefully my room will finally be gray. So, good night, good morning, don't know where you are. Have a great week, guys.